Hello, top of the hexagram to you. Today is a 6th line day, and it's the line of disassociation. And we have, top of the hexagram. We're moving into a new gate tomorrow. When we had the line 5 yesterday, we learned about how important the process of timing is, the refinement that it can bring. And this is the refinement of the experiential process. Right timing is how you enter into things, because then the timing is guaranteed. As long as you want to do something on your own timing, you will never succeed in this life or be at peace with what it is to be you. Doesn't matter what you remember, whether it's accurate or not. If you don't enter into the situation according to your type and your definition, then nobody's going to pay attention, and what you have to share will have no value. So the remembrance is there to have value, to be of value to humanity, to be of value to the collective pool of experience. The lifetime learning says the ability to let go. The formula for the 6th line is that they are not necessarily going to be fulfilling the potential of the hexagram. Now, that is something there might be of great importance to them, but the 6th line is not simply transpersonal. It's not like the 4th or the 5th. They're up the top there. They need to have some value. It needs to be worth their while. So they know there's a harmonic gate. They know there's a whole circuit. So they've got this sort of elevated view. In this case, they know that there are secrets at the other end of the channel. And there's more than that, because there is this complete experiential, abstract sensing circuit. They want to see that their reflections cover everything, so that out of that reflection can be established the proper remembrance, you could say, so that humanity can be guided correctly, based on the past into the future. This is at the root of what we call history and philosophy. All of this information, all of this capacity to be guided by past experiences. So much of it is rooted here at the end of this abstract process in the 33rd gate. In this line of dissociation, there is a kind of withdrawal in which the retreat can be so complete that, in a sense, these people, they can walk in the world and they can be totally disconnected from it. The nature of reflection can be nothing more than an ongoing personal process, because no reflection is really of value to the totality unless it can be a reflection that can add to the experience of humanity. And humanity will then accept that as a way for them to see themselves. The exaltation says the will to concentrate on revitalization and not be handicapped by persistent recriminations. The ability to let go and retreat, to enjoy privacy. These people can enjoy privacy for its own sake and feel no pressure to be brought out of their privacy. They can be private all the time. These are the kind of people who are private when they are in public or when they are being intimate. This can be quite a difficult energy for their partners, their friends. They have no problem being private. So they will always hold things inside of themselves, because they see no sense in revealing what they remember unless it can make a contribution to society. In the detriment, we have the ability to shed the larger framework that precipitated the retreat, leaving nagging doubts that hamper revitalization, the inability to completely let go. In other words, the inability to be completely at ease with aloneness and with reflection. And of course, out of that, there is no possibility of re-emerging to share one's remembrance. As a 6th line, this duality here, it's the same process. It's like the 2nd line in retreat that has a natural home in retreat. The 6th line also has a natural home in retreat. They're so much more reclusive than in any other situation. The sixth line carries with it what some people call potential for satori, or for transcendence. We have many words to describe that. All 6 lines are about that. What that really means is that the 6th line has a much sort of tougher criteria for living out its nature than other lines. It's much more concerned with larger principles. And as such, it can end up being transcendent. It can be very wise and of huge value to society as a whole. But being what it is, the vast majority of human beings, they never really get to live out their 6th line. They tend to be the opposite of what the hexagram says. An enormous amount of arrogance is projected onto people with 6 lines from the outside. You can see that in the 44-6, in the nature of aloofness. There is this sense that the 6 lines are not really participating in life. So if you hook into somebody's 6th line in an electromagnetic connection, that's where you have one end of a channel and they have the other, then it is not like hooking into any of the other lines. You don't even know if they're really responding to you. They may, but they may not. It depends on whether that hookup that they get from you can go beyond and into other things. Very few people live out the potential that is there in their design. They live out the potential of their conditioning. Not only do they not get an opportunity to live out the true nature of the 6, they do not even get to live out themselves somehow first. You can't get in there. It's quite a process. A 33-6, at the end of the reflective process, they can say, I am not going there again. And that is a kind of value for humanity. When one has completely let go, only then can you find your role. And of course, that's the next gate that we come to in the wheel. That's the 7th gate. So the 19, line 6, is called the recluse. And this is the avoidance of contact in general, but not exclusively. Could there be a better grounding for dissociation in the gate of privacy and retreat than the recluse? So the moon is still sharing gate 33 with the sun for a little while longer, but then it moves into gate 7. And this is at 1332, the gate of the army, where we're going next, going there tomorrow. The gate of the role of the self in interaction, a logical G-center gate looking to the future. It's influential, it's persuasive, and it's often described as the power behind the throne. And then we have gate 4 at just past midnight, 26 minutes past midnight. Youthful folly, the gate of formalizations, another logical gate, this time in the ajna. And it has a need to understand things, to answer the doubts and the questions of the collective, coming up with concepts that may or may not have validity and that need to be tested. So this is the end of gate 33. This is also the end of the quarter of civilization for this solar journey. Tomorrow we begin a new journey. We're moving into the quarter of duality, and we begin with the Sphinx gate 7. So I will see you then. And until then, as always, go gently and love.